Bonjour, Mardi Jester here, and welcome back to Fall Guys. In this episode, I managed to predict the future. Let's see how I managed to do that in the very first ever show. Goody goody. There we go. That clip was saved. Now, let's move on to the next show. Full tilt. Okay. Run and balance across rows of 360 seesaws to reach the finish line. Alright. So, I have, as you may have seen in, what will most likely be the previous episode, I have played this before, but only once. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I know I have played it at least once. No, that's the thing that I'm trying to get at. I've played it at least once, and I know how it goes for the most part. So, some of these 360 seesaws have an extra gimmick to them that make them a little bit harder to navigate, survive, etc., etc. So this is one of those seesaws where it has a bit of a laser wall that you have to contend with as well. Well, I don't guess laser wall would be accurate to what would actually be an accurate description of these? Some sort of barrier. That's all I know. Okay. Oh, I could have just latched onto that instead of diving onto it. That was risky. Okay, so in this game, you have to choose one or the other. You cannot do both. You have to either dive or try and grab onto the platform. It is impossible to do both, and it's impossible to grab onto seesaws, apparently. So, bear that in mind. As little as I have played this, I do know a thing or two. Mostly out of this session alone. So, oh, well, I say mostly. But there are some that have come from other sessions as well, like Whirligig, which is very old. It's like launch day old, before it became epic old. Get off me, pest! I'm the 31st that qualified. Okay, and round is over. Let's see what we got. Alrighty. Aha! 41 qualified. Alrighty. Next round. Okay. as if on cue, the Whirligig is the second one that I have to go through. Yes! Oh, this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy. Dare I say effortless. Navigate the obstacles and race to the finish line. This is the oldest course in the game right now. Like, aside from seesaws, there is nothing older than this. And seesaws are pretty much the same age, I think. I don't know, this may actually be the oldest course in the game. I don't know. It's just the type of thing where you don't really know all the specifics, no matter how long you've played. And believe me, I have played this for a while. It was once a free game on PlayStation Plus, so Zeta Beetle got it and tried it for the first time, and we pretty much share the same opinion of the game, by the way. So if you're expecting him to play this, then you might be able to get him to play it if you request him to do it. I won't promise that you'll get a different experience when he plays this, because we are very similar in personality. But honestly speaking, if you want either of us to play this, it will either be a fan request or a like goal attached in order to get the next episode after this 100 round challenge that I'm doing right now. Alright, what do we got? Penguin Pool Party. Okay. Grab and hold on to a penguin to score points. Okay. So essentially, you have to keep a hold of a penguin in order to score in order to qualify. Okay. All right. So where are they? Okay. Okay. So it's kind of like a chicken chase then. All right. Alright, there's one. And it's being pushed around by the fan. Alright, come on. Nah. Alright, come on. Okay. Come on. Come on. If I don't grab onto one of these by the time those 18 people qualify, I'm out. Okay. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna have to fight dirty. Alright. There we go. There. Come on. Get off me. Okay, there's a penguin here. Alright. Come on. No! Two more! No! One more needs to qualify! I'm not gonna do this. I'm dead. I am gone. I cannot do this. Alright, here we go. Yep, round over. Too little, too late. Yep. Alright. Well. Alrighty. Next show. Well, I'm a dead man. Well, let's get this over with. Just get into a comfortable position so that I can focus on losing. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, 42 need to qualify, and that's the only good thing in my favor. Alright. Alright. Because this minigame, this round... Okay, yeah. Exactly what I expected to happen right there. Okay. Okay. I do have to say, though, no. What have I told you about that overconfidence? Every single time you let down your guard, it bites you in the butt. So just shut up and, focus. Okay, here we go. Okay, get off me! Yeah, fall down. That's exactly what, you deserved after that. Alright. Qualified. Okay, so... in the first round, it's not as bad. In the first round, it is nowhere near as bad as it is in later rounds. That much is good. Okay. Okay, 42 qualified. There we go. Alrighty, next. Okay. Skyline Stumble. Navigate the futuristic obstacles and finish the race in time. Okay. Futuristic stuff is one of the things that I am a sucker for because they're really cool looking. Alright. That is indeed part of why I like Star Wars so much. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Okay. Going up. And that's it. Okay. Okay. Haha. Okay. Oh. That pinball flipper got me. So, I'm guessing they're saying that, pinball flippers are, futuristic. That's interesting. Oh, whoa. Okay. Hello, Droid Bridge. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when I say Droid Bridge, it's a Star Wars The Clone Wars thing. Or, yeah, Star Wars The Clone Wars. Where, there are, battle droids going across the bridge, while it is being, shut down. And, one of those droids are not lucky enough to get off the bridge in time, for it to, disappear on him, and he ends up falling to the bottom of the canyon to his death. So, yeah. Oh, come on. Okay. It kinda works. Ah, okay. Alright. Round over. There we go. Alright. Bye-bye! The Slime Scraper. Okay. So I'm guessing there was a futuristic season that I missed out on. Because, these are some, really new maps for me. Okay. I gotta say, these futuristic maps, look really cool. Alright. Let's go. Okay. So, oh. Very cute. Alright, here we go. Oh, those are seesaws. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay, I got too close to the fans there. That was my mistake. Oh no. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Okay. Alright. It's not that bad, though. It definitely could be worse. Alright. Okay. So, the last time the last time I was in a map like this... I was about to say, the Slime Bros, at a, pretty, steady rate, and, I just experienced, I just, got knocked into the slime, and I'm fairly sure it was not that high earlier, so it's still, the same, case for this, course. Okay, whatever. Ooh, oh, yep, there he went. Alrighty. People have qualified, or, been eliminated, in a pretty massive group. So... okay. And then... that guy just qualified, I believe. This is pretty cool that you can use those flippers to get a massive boost. Round over. Alright, and that means this particular show is over for me. Alrighty. Alright. Controller is charging. Fantastic. Now I can move along with the rest of the game, without having to worry that the controller goes dead on me. I think Full Tilt is part of the futuristic season too. I may be wrong, I don't know. I've never really even experienced the futuristic season. Like I said before, I took a long break from this and only just came back to it, so yeah. You be the judge. Alright, here we go. Going through. I do like the fireworks pattern that I purchased for my character. So festive. And very fitting, seeing as how I'm going to be, alongside Zeta Beetle, popping up fireworks, for the 4th of July. So, that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's get on over here, like so. Okay. Wait for that barrier to go back down. And then... Okay. Maybe try and go back here and get across that way. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. So it's kind of weird how the 360 seesaws work, because a random character will have more weight than plenty more of them. So it's just kind of a weird situation to find yourself in, I guess. Oh no. And then there's the whole part where the seesaws will be too high on the front and too low in where you're standing to even get up there. Am I just gonna flat out to not qualify in this particular show? Is that what this is coming to? Oh my gosh, that is wow. 1 round. Thank you, Epic. No, that is so nice of you. Hit Parade, okay. This is another really old map, another really old course. You just, well, you just don't get hit, navigate through the obstacles, and finish the race. That's really all I can say about it. Okay, here we go. One, go. Alrighty, here we go. So, it would be easier, or it will be faster, maybe, if you, just stay on the cylinders, because, if you do fall down, while you do, while you do slide down the, slime down there, you do have an uphill segment to contend with after the fact. So, at first it may seem faster to drop down, but when you really, stop to think about it, it's really not. It's actually either the same speed or much slower. So, if you want to do that type of strategy, you really need to balance the pros with the cons. Alright. Round's over. And I'm one of the 40 that qualified. Huh. Okay. That was interesting. I guess those two left. Alrighty. Next up is... stomping ground. Avoid the charging rhinos and stay inside the arena. Okay. So, I'm guessing either last season or this season is jungle themed. Okay. Okay. So, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. They're releasing them all at once, basically. At least one right after the other. Like, they're all here. They're all, just, roaming around. And, while they look as cute as pretty much the whole rest of the game, be warned, they are not friendly. Case in point. Still yet, you could argue that they're just doing their job. And I agree. Because, I mean, come on. They would, they don't, they're mechanical. They cannot truly have malice. At least I don't think. There are some robots that can mimic, that can mimic emotions and human behavior and all that stuff. And that looks to be about it for this show. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Alrighty, that seems to be about it for this episode. I got myself a shiny new look because, I mean, come on. I and Seed Beetle both love fireworks. Like, that's a personality trait that is shared between the two of us. What do you expect? Anyway, in the next episode, I go back to Big Fans. I cheese the whirligig once more, and I get overconfident in a futuristic course, only for it to blow right up in my face. In the meantime though, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all next time. Until then, au revoir, mes amis.